There are some lessons in life that no one teaches you. Not in school, not in your family, and often not even when you're suffering. And that's the problem. Most people are stuck in cycles of pain, not because life is unfair, but because they keep ignoring the signs that scream, "Stop repeating this." What if you could break those patterns today? What if you could learn the truths that most people never realize until it's too late? In this video, I'll share 20 hard-earned lessons that the Stoics lived by, and that most people sadly never learn. But once you do, you'll start seeing your life, your relationships, and your purpose with piercing clarity. Let's begin. The Stoics believed that pain is not something to be feared, it's something to be understood. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This philosophy wasn't built in temples or theories. It was forged in hardship, in exile, in poverty, in betrayal. Seneca was forced to take his own life under Nero's rule. Epictetus lived most of his life as a slave. And yet they discovered something we often miss. Suffering doesn't come from what happens to us. It comes from how we respond. These men didn't just endure life, they mastered it, by learning the lessons that most of us ignore. The very same lessons you're about to hear. And if you pay close attention, these aren't just ideas, they're keys. Keys to a kind of freedom most people never taste. Lesson 1. Never give someone the opportunity to waste your time twice. Time is the most precious currency you own, and unlike money, once it's spent, it never comes back. Epictetus taught that we must be careful with what we give our attention to. When someone shows you they don't value your time, believe them. You don't owe them a second chance to disrespect what's sacred. Forgive, but don't re-enroll in the same lesson. Lesson 2. Stop being so available to people who only show up when it's convenient. You are not an emergency exit. If they only call when they need something, that's not a connection. That's a transaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That includes being good to yourself by setting boundaries that protect your energy. Lesson 3. You learn a lot about people when they don't get what they want. True character isn't revealed when things go smoothly. It's revealed in disappointment. How someone reacts when they're denied tells you everything you need to know. The Stoics believed that adversity is the ultimate test, not of the world, but of the soul. Lesson 4. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. If your peace depends on their approval, you'll be miserable forever. Seneca warned against living according to the opinion of the crowd. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to live in truth. And truth doesn't always please everyone. Lesson 5. The fastest way to destroy your self-confidence is to break promises to yourself. Discipline is a form of self-respect. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," and don't, your mind learns to distrust your word. Confidence isn't magic. It's a byproduct of keeping the small commitments no one sees. Build trust inward first. Lesson 6. When you react, you give away your power. The Stoics practiced the pause, the sacred space between stimulus and response. In that pause, you are free. You are not your anger, your fear, or your frustration. You are the one who chooses what comes next. Choose wisely. Lesson 7. To change your life, change your priorities. You can't build a meaningful life while chasing meaningless things. What you focus on expands. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you want clarity, stop feeding your mind confusion. Lesson 8. Being true to yourself may lead to loneliness, but it's worth it. Authenticity is expensive. Some people won't understand your silence, your growth, your new standards. Let them go. You weren't meant to fit into everyone's mold. You were meant to shape your own. Lesson 9. You see someone's true colors when you're no longer useful to them. When your value to others fades, their intentions become clear. The Stoics taught that virtue lies in action, not in image. Watch how people behave when you have nothing left to offer. That's who they truly are. Lesson 10. You cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. Healing isn't just about reflection, it's about relocation. Whether physical, emotional, or mental, you must walk away from what poisons your peace. As Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Don't waste it in the wrong place. Lesson 11. Some people can only live in your heart, not in your life. Love doesn't always mean presence, and letting go isn't the same as losing. Sometimes walking away is the most loving thing you can do, for them and for you. Lesson 12. Learn to miss someone without wanting them back. Longing is not always a sign to return. It's just a sign that something mattered. But not everything that mattered still belongs in your story. Be strong enough to miss them and still move forward. Lesson 13. Growth often comes wrapped in pain. Change isn't gentle, it breaks things before it builds. The Stoics embraced discomfort as a teacher. What hurts now may be the very thing that prepares you for what comes next. Don't run from it, sit with it. Lesson 14. What you focus on becomes your future. Your attention is a spotlight. It shapes what you see and how you feel. If you always focus on what's missing, you'll never see what's possible. Shift your lens and your life will follow. Lesson 15. Disappointment reveals true character. When someone doesn't get their way, do they sulk, attack, or disappear? Or do they stay grounded, honest, and respectful? The Stoics didn't fear loss or denial because they didn't depend on the external for validation. Learn from them. Lesson 16. Love doesn't mean losing yourself. If you shrink, twist, or betray your truth to be loved, that isn't love. That's survival. Real love doesn't ask you to be less. It invites you to be more of who you are. Lesson 17. Not everyone will like you. That's freedom. You could be kind, wise, generous, and still someone will reject you. Let them. The Stoics believed peace begins where the need for external validation ends. Be at peace with being misunderstood. Lesson 18. Truth filters out what's false. Honesty doesn't cost real friends. It reveals the fake ones. If your truth makes someone leave, they were never really with you. Choose truth anyway. It's a path with fewer people, but far less regret. Lesson 19. Comfort is the enemy of transformation. A comfortable life is seductive, but it often traps you in routines that numb your growth. Transformation lives in discomfort. If everything feels easy, you're probably not evolving. Lesson 20. Let go of what no longer serves your growth. Not everything that feels familiar is meant to stay. Some things must break so you can rise. Stop clinging to pain, roles, or people just because they're part of your past. You are not your history. You are your potential. Most people spend their entire lives repeating the same mistakes, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they never stop long enough to learn from it. You've just heard 20 lessons that the world rarely teaches, and that few ever master. But if you truly internalize them and return to them when life gets heavy, you'll find that clarity, strength, and peace are not just possible, they're inevitable. At Stoic Spring, we create videos like this to help you break free from chaos and reconnect with ancient wisdom that still speaks to modern souls. If you're tired of shallow content and want more truth, more clarity, and more inner strength, this is your space. So if any part of this message resonated with you, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and take one step closer to the life you were meant to lead. And tell me in the comments, which of these 20 lessons hit you the hardest and why? I read every reply. Stay grounded, stay awake. This is Stoic Spring.